Growing questions about whether the downfall of General David Petraeus was justified as we learn more about the investigation from the FBI that uncovered his affair. Let's bring in Brian Todd. He's working this part of the story for us. You're getting new information, Brian.
Wolf, we are. And, you know, when you look at it in the overall, the scandal spread from a case of one-on-one harassment to the top levels of government with two prominent officials involved. It's now leading to some serious questions about why it was pursued so thoroughly and whether it should have been.
The affair was between two consenting adults. So far, no criminal wrongdoing has been found, no breach of national security. Paula Broadwell's emails to Jill Kelly were angry, jealous in tone, according to sources, but did not threaten violence. But now a CIA director has been brought down, and a top general is being investigated. And many are asking, did something amounting to maybe nothing spark an FBI investigation?
A lot of people don't understand that and are shocked to believe that if they send something on the internet to somebody that the other person doesn't like, that they may get their emails investigated.
Questions are now being raised about the motives of an FBI agent involved. The agent, the first person Jill Kelly approached about Broadwell's emails, had previously sent photos of himself shirtless to Kelly. That's according to a U.S. official who says that agent was never part of the case. Still, the New York Times reports the agent did, quote, nose around the case until his superiors told him to stay away.
Obviously, the fact that he keeps asking about it indicates to the other agents that he shouldn't be asking this. It's none of his business, really, to know what another squad is doing.
How unusual is that kind of behavior inside the Bureau, and how,
it would depend how
frowned upon is it?
Well, normally, most agents would understand that it's inappropriate.
CNN contributor Tom Fuentes, a former FBI assistant director, says that agent's conduct likely would not have affected the probe. So what would have pushed the investigation this far? Experts say possibly other content of Paula Broadwell's emails to Kelly. A source with knowledge of the emails tells CNN they detail the comings and goings of Kelly and some generals. Among those believed to be referenced in the emails was David Petraeus. Parts of Petraeus' schedule were not public. Former Justice Department cybercrime prosecutor Mark Zwillinger says that would raise two concerns for the FBI.
One would be the concern that the person has access to more than that, to classified information that person shouldn't be seeing or be looking at. The second would be a security concern.
That security concerns, Zwillinger says, would be the possible targeting of Petraeus or top generals who could have been mentioned in those emails from Broadwell. If she puts that information about the schedules into emails to Kelly and somehow that gets circulated further, the generals could be put at personal risk. Zwillinger says that's clearly grounds for the FBI to pursue it further. FBI officials have not commented on this. A U.S. official says it was proper to investigate the case based on the concern over the harassing emails. Wolf.
Does the FBI routinely investigate these harassing emails?
Mark Zwillinger says the FBI is now devoting more and more resources these days to investigating cyber harassment cases, to investigating cyber stalking cases. He says they don't so much go after these one-on-one cases that are a little less threatening, more mildly threatening, which this appears to be. He says clearly there's something more here, and he believes it's that information about the comings and goings of the generals that's in those emails that Paula Broadwell sent. That, in his mind, sparked the investigation to go further, and he says it was grounds to do that.
Brian, thanks very much. So if a top general has an affair, is it also a crime under military law? The answer might be yes. Is it time for a refresher course from the top down? Stay with us. Lots more news happening right here in the Situation Room.